Cereal snacks, cereal snacks. The whole world's waiting for the cereal snack. Okay, that is not my new theme song, folks. That is not my new theme song at all. I just thought maybe that would be a little entertaining thing to start off this episode of Cereal Snacks with. But as you can see, I have been extremely busy moving into this larger room. As you can see, much bigger space. I even have my video game set up right over there. My Galaga machine. Finally, I get to my Galaga machine. I can now play Galaga and Galaxian at my own convenience. But when is my own convenience? It took me a good long time, about 2 weeks, to move into this big, wide open room. No more cramped spaces. I can branch out now. I put all my pictures up on the wall. Got my video game set up. It's behind this chair, which I usually use to sit in while I play video games, but that's about it. Over here, I have my shelf full of vintage video game systems and my Laserdisc collection right over here, which I need a new Laserdisc player because I just found out that the belt on this Laserdisc player went out. I tried to play E.T. the other day. E.T. would not spin. I tried to play Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins wouldn't spin. I tried playing Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It won't spin. And I'm thinking it must be the belt. Because if the discs aren't changing direction or spinning, and it's a very weird coincidence that the disc would land in the exact same position that I put them in when I closed the door to the front panel here, then that must tell me that the belt has been broken. And who the hell knows how to repair these things? Definitely not me. I am not tech savvy. So, I either need this thing fixed, or I need a new Laserdisc player. Either way, this isn't Laserdisc talk. This is Cereal Snacks. Welcome to it. I'm Sonic Blue. Now, today I have a very interesting and one I've been dying to try, and I have been looking at these bags of cookies long enough. And another reason why you haven't seen me in a while, work. I've been working a lot more hours lately, but that's beside the point. I just got back from California on a vacation. If you want to check out those videos, check out how I retrace the steps of Creedence Clearwater Revival and my stop off in Eugene, Oregon at the 5 Easy Pieces Denny's. Check those out. Anyway, back to Cereal Snacks. And I am wearing my special Frosted Flakes NASCAR shirt for this very special occasion, just so that I can try out a product from General Mills. We go from Kellogg's to General Mills, and not only that, see that little guy over here? Right here. The Pillsbury Doughboy. So, General Mills distributed this snack and had Pillsbury make it, and they came up with some soft-baked Lucky Charm cookies. What an idea. A cookie that is filled to the brim with your favorite Marbits from Lucky Charm cereal. Let's crack this open and give it a taste test. But first, before we do that, let's look at the bag. Now, I meant to do this for Pride Month because look at the rainbow. It's perfect for Pride, but I'm about a couple of months too late for that. We're now in August, so like I said, work's been busy. Plus, I had to take that vacation, otherwise I would have snapped like a twig in the night. Anyhow. You're kidding. You are kidding me. Do you see any Marbits in this cookie? Oh, I see them. I see them. Look, if you look very closely, you can see the Marbit. Look at the Marbits. Look close. Look close. You can see it. Don't blink. You might miss it. Look at do you see those little tiny specks of blue? I think they're blue. Yeah, they're blue diamonds. These are supposed to be the blue diamonds. They are so small, I might need a magnifying glass to see them. Oh my God. But how do they taste? That is the real question. It's not really the secret behind how big the Marbit pieces are. The secret lies behind the full taste of this cookie. So let's give it a try. Okay. Not bad. I get a good hit of the Marbit flavor. Not so much the Marbit texture, because they grind them up into little pieces. They could have just left them all intact and they would have been just fine, because I want to see that I'm biting into a purple horseshoe or a blue diamond or a green clover or a pink heart. I want to see the Marbits I'm biting into. That would be awesome. But to see little tiny specks like this, I don't know. It's kind of throwing off my game just a little bit. Just a little bit. But, you know something? Look at the front of the bag. The product doesn't lie, folks. They don't lie and say, oh, there's a big pieces of Marbits in here, and then you look at the cookie and they're just little tiny little itty bitty pieces. The product doesn't lie. I will give it that. And I do taste a spread of the Marbit flavor. This cookie doesn't look like it has any Marbits. Look at this. Front, back, side to side. I don't see any Marbits. I don't see anything. Do you see any Marbits? I don't see any Marbits. Maybe the Marbits are in the middle. I think this one kind of missed the Marbit bus. All I taste is cookie. There are no Marbits in this cookie. They neglected this poor cookie of its Marbits. Oh my God, that's so sad. Okay, so we go from a nice distribution of Marbit pieces to no Marbits at all whatsoever. It's just cookie. I don't even taste Marbit flavor in this cookie. That one's a miss. You blew it, Pillsbury. You blew it. Aha! Aha! Maybe all the Marbits to that other cookie went to this cookie instead. Look at this cookie. Loaded with Marbit pieces. All right. I'm supposed to be tasting Marbits. I saw Marbit pieces. Okay, I think that second cookie just killed it for me. Yeah. I no longer taste Marbits. I don't know, maybe because I got used to such microscopic pieces of Marbit flavoring that it's just not as strong anymore. Maybe that other cookie that had no Marbits in it kind of set my taste buds to expect there not to be Marbits in any of the other cookies. Who knows? This one has an okay amount of Marbit pieces in it. I don't know, maybe it's my subconscious. Then again, perhaps not. Well, all I can say here, folks, this is a very strange product. I mean, it's exactly as advertised. It is exactly as advertised. So they do put little Marbit pieces, just like they show you on the cover. Hold on, what do they got on the back? No, they just have chocolate and chocolate chip. I'm after cereal, folks. I am a cereal head. I am doing the series called Cereal Snacks. That's why I call the series Cereal Snacks, not chocolate chip snacks. I'm looking for cereal products. That's why I invested in these things. But is it a good cookie? Let's give it a breakdown. I think this product is really weird. It's a great idea having General Mills and Pillsbury come together to make this product. So I think that that is a really, really, really good idea, folks. But they could have done a little stronger on the Marbit pieces. They could have done a bit better on the Marbits. I don't know. Okay. I'm starting to taste the Marbit sensation back again the way I started. Oh, it must be one of those, if you're used to it, you're not going to taste it anymore, so you got to eat this bag slowly in order to enjoy the full extent of it. kind of products. But let's face it, when you open a bag of cookies, don't you want to scarf through it? I mean, we're all kids inside. I don't care how old you are. You could be 75 years old. We're still kids. When we break into something nice and tasty, don't you want to wolf it down? I do. It's the whole point of treating yourself to something so that you can enjoy it your way. And our way is the fast way, baby. So, but one thing I would like to do to this product, I always compare the actual size to the pictured size. So let's see how well this compares. Now, oh my God, it's actually bigger. It's actually bigger than what you see here. Look, I'm pressing it up against the topmost cookie, and it's actually bigger than the packaging. So there you go. There you go. Definitely not a cut corner type operation. But again, you could have gone bigger on the Marbits. I mean, to my recollection, we don't have a Marbit shortage in this planet. We're not lacking the resource to make more Marbits. There will always be more Marbits. So pack them. Pack this thing full of Marbits. Come on, General Mills. Come on, Pillsbury. You got the resources. Marbits come a dime a dozen. Pack this stuff up with Marbits. I want to see Marbits floating at the bottom of the bag when I'm done with the cookies. That's how I want to see my Marbits. I want to be able to take the Marbits that float around in the bottom of this bag, dump them off into a bowl, pour some milk into it, and have myself some Lucky Charms. But not with this method. They grind them up so finely, it's flavorful for all of 5 minutes. Then the flavor fizzles out. Then if you haven't had it for a while, the flavor starts to come back. But if you have too many at once, then it fizzles right back out again. So, I don't know, folks. I'm on the fence about this product. I'm not too sure about this one. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad cookie. It's as a standalone cookie, it is a good cookie. So if you see this on the shelf, by all means, get it if you want to. It is still a good cookie, but you know what they kind of remind me of? You ever go to the grocery store and you get those sugar cookies with the frosting on top, you know? That's what these are like. That's what these exactly taste like. Only you don't get like the mouthful of frosting in every bite. You're supposed to get a mouthful of Marbits in every bite, but you don't get that. But you get the taste of that kind of cookie without the Marbit magic. And what makes Lucky Charms so magical? The Marbits. Why not keep the Marbits as they are, mix them into the batter that makes these cookies? That way you'll have bigger pieces of Marbit, and the flavor can keep going on and on. Something to think about, Pillsbury. But as they are now, if you're looking for the magic of Lucky Charms, you're just better off sticking to the cereal. Or, even better, you know what you could do? I don't have any right now on hand, but if you take this cookie and take a fistful of your favorite Marbits from Lucky Charms cereal, and you put them together in your hand, and if you're brave enough, shovel the whole handful down your throat. That's how you can enjoy these cookies with the type of Marbits made your way, not the way the Pillsbury wants us to enjoy them. Now that is a better idea than just little teeny tiny itty bitty little microscopic pieces of Marbit. So that's my take on these cookies. So to summarize, as a standalone cookie, they're not bad. I will give it a standalone rating of 3.75. Why 3.75? Why the extra 25%? As I said before, it's a great standalone cookie. It is a good cookie if you're looking for a sweet snack. It's not too rich, not too sugary. It's just perfect. I mean, it's made by Pillsbury. Pillsbury, you can't go wrong. But when they start messing around with my favorite cereals, no, you can go wrong, all right. Make the Marbits bigger. Make them more plentiful. Because come on, Pillsbury, like I said, there are no Marbit shortages on this planet. Make use of your resources. Make use of what you got. Because I don't want to see little microscopic pieces where I have to try to identify the Marbit I'm eating. And I want flavor. I want flavor. I want the magic of Lucky Charms to come alive in my mouth and just bling. It's me favorite Lucky Charms cereal. I don't get that with this cookie. I get a hint of Marbits and a lot of cookie. Well, that's what Pillsbury is famous for. A lot of cookie. So, all in all, 3.75 for this product overall. If you see this product, I'm not going to say don't get it. Because as I said, a standalone cookie, it's not too bad. But if you're looking for Marbit flavor, I'd suggest having a box of Lucky Charms on the side. And, you know, you can always turn to more because they give you plenty of bags in every box. So it's good to take along on the go with you. And that's what we're doing here. Cereal snacks, snacks in a cereal, cereal in a snack you can take on the go. You don't have to fill up a bowl of milk and sit down at the table to eat it. You can take it on the go and enjoy it. And that's what we're here to find out, see how closely each cereal snack resembles the cereal original. And this one, although there's a hint of the original, it doesn't really cut it for long-term enjoyment. But as a standalone cookie, it's not bad. So, for cereal snacks, this is Sonic Blue, signing off for now. And remember, keep scouring those grocery store shelves for a product because you never know what you're going to find until you find it. And I'm going to enjoy this last cookie. I'm going to somewhat enjoy this last cookie. I would enjoy this cookie even more if I could taste the Marbits in it. But as a standalone, it's not too bad. Anyway, see you next time, folks.